Hi everyone. So I thought I would sit today by myself, just sitting in the power, see what happened. It's a bit hot, and I'm not going to sit with any light on at all. It's a little bit dark, just because I find it easier to concentrate with not bright light. But I'm not using any colours, and to be honest, the reason is because I was reading an article. I don't read much, but a little, and it was about how how a lot of people sit in red light and different color lights, which I do. I love it because to help to see if there's any shadowing and stuff. But obviously, there's a lot of conversations out there as well regarding the interference of those colors and how they imply things are happening when they're not happening. So you've probably already realised, and I've used different colours anyway. I've not stuck to one colour. So that's what I'm going to continue doing, because I strongly agree that you do not need to be in dark and you do not need to be in any colour to sit in trance whatsoever. Um, for trance, you just need safety. And that's kind of it, really. I mean, I'm not even going to say quiet, to be honest, because sometimes for me, quiet is really disturbing. It's too quiet. So, each to their own. There's lots of fors and against and all different things, and I'm not going to get into any arguments about it. But that's it. That's what I'm saying today. Don't often say much, but I felt like saying something today. So that's why I'm just sitting in a darkened room in my fabulously tent, and we'll see what happens. There we go. I shall be quiet now and hopefully drift off. Hello, this is Adrian here. For those who you would like to address me by name. And so we are here once again. And so we always come with purpose. We always come with serving. Oh, you all thought that he was going to stay, didn't you? Well, that is not the case at all. He was merely the front door and answering the call to discuss and liaise with the spirit world. Oh, the medium didn't turn off her electronics. Well, never mind. It does not affect us, and maybe that is a good learning lesson for you. When we have control, noises may pique the interest of the medium's mind, but we can subdue that. Where there is an agreement for us to come forwards, we will endeavor to do so under the conditions that are presented to us, as long as we are not harming the medium or causing distress. The collective team enjoys coming forwards, and there are many personalities that will take front and center stage throughout the opportunity to sit with this medium. However, nothing is ever guaranteed. Quite rightly, this is always an experiment. Who knows what will happen? With all the good intention within the world and within our energy, sometimes there is circumstances that come into effect that deters from the objective of that particular meeting. It could be there's a disturbance within the people that are sitting with the medium. It could be somebody who was meant to come, didn't. Somebody who wasn't meant to come, did. This energy has a ripple effect across, and therefore plans can change. We are fluid in what we do. We are not solid matter. The last time conversations were held, they were conversations around energy. There is many discussions within quantum physics. There is many experiments happening with energy. Energy shifts its form, shifts its status. For those who have sat for physical or been within a physical presence, you will note that we can change the temperature. A cold energy is what is used. So, for those inquiring minds, there's a starting point for you. For when a medium sits in situations such as mediumship, psychic, and trance. There is no necessary temperature change taking effect. But when things start to move into the physical realm, there is indeed a change. So there you go, off to the library and delve in from that point. We like inquiring minds. We enjoy listening to the questions that which you raise. And yes, we do listen. Of course we do. It can't all be one-sided, can it? What would be the point? Is it dictatorship? Is that the word that is to be used in this meaning of communication? This should be an enjoyable experience, nothing to fear. Everything to question, though, and why not? And take nothing at face value. And make your own thoughts and decisions. Do not take the decisions of others. Unless you know you can trust them implicitly. Untruth, trust, and honesty is quite a thin veil within your world. There is much deceit and dishonesty in all manner of fashions, whether it be within the working day, politics, the news, even conversations with those family members. What is the purpose? I always will go back to intent and purpose, for these are the two questions to raise. Maybe if everybody went around in their daily lives, from when they wake up in the morning, what is the purpose of today? What is my intent? And continue with this mantra throughout. And then the last thing you do before you close your eyes to rest your mind and your body is ask the question again. Feed your soul. Instruct it on the right path. It is very tragic that there is a lot of deaths happening once more within the planet by natural disasters, volcanic, and then you have the fires. And they are indeed natural disasters. But what was the purpose? What was the intent behind them? Isn't that a big and heavy question with such catastrophe on the line? I know when I come forwards I am very serious, but that is my purpose. My intent is to be serious. There are many around that will be jovial and bring humour. If we were all the same, you would lose interest, would you not? I certainly would. So, there's my questions and thoughts for you today. Please speak your mind and your truths and your thoughts. We can talk more at a later date. Yes, there is machinery available within your universe, within your planet, within physical, that detects spikes of energy within the energy field of Earth. There has been experiments conducted, I do believe, such as world healing. Football is a very interesting one. This brings many different readings of energy across the planet. What does it do? What does it cause? Is there such a study? Is there such information? Does it give thought to other situations that happen globally? I shall leave that with you to ponder. It is always enjoyable coming forwards. I look forward to holding a conversation once more. But until that time, I shall depart, as there is no point of waffling. What is said, and that is sufficient. Thank you. I shall withdraw now. Well, hello. There is nothing like a good sing-song. And this is what I will bring, a good sing-song. Rhymes, good beat, to get the energy moving and uplifting. But there is no purpose today because there is nobody here to do it. And so I will not do it. But you best always have your singing voice, because you'll be needing it. I am here once more. You know who I am. I am the man with the cigarette. Chin chin. Why have I come forwards? Why do I choose to come forward? It is not to play cards or poker, but I like to observe and I like to provide a critique. Yes. When you have all the time in the world, much watching you can do, many games you can play, many drinks you can drink. And it's all free. Isn't that marvelous? So, the reason for me coming forwards is, one, it is for the observing, but it is also to answer some questions. And one of those questions is, why do we move? What is the need? What is the purpose? Well, because that was our personality upon the earth plane, my dear. We didn't sit like we were in a school, in a classroom. No. We come through as we were. Why not? We do not live by your rules. But we can be put within your rules. We can be put within your box. But the implications of this Well, that's the problem, you see. The implications. I must admit, I would far rather come along to somebody who is willing to work with the energy and allow me to be in my totality. That is where I resonate. And this is why I choose people such as this person that I am with now. I work with others as well, who also allow spirit to embrace themselves. And I'm going to say, join the dots. You seek him there, you seek him there, you seek him everywhere. And so, when you go to other meetings where you see such beautiful work being done as the trance, I will pop up at some point within your path. And some of you, maybe all of you, have questions about me and my personality, what I did, where I was from, how did I die. Maybe I shall give you this information over a series of your time. But here's the thing. I'm not going to do it from the same medium. There you go. I come through at least 3 mediums. And at some point you will cross paths with at least one. And no, I'm not going to tell you who it is, because then you're going to seek them out. When the time is right, my dear. And the opportunity will arise. And then some of your questions will be answered. And then we can have a conversation about it. Well, it's fun, isn't it? Making this interesting, do you think? Well, there we go. I shall extinguish my cigarette and finish my drink and bid you good night. There we go, what's time? past? Half an hour. Got an itch. Okay, well, that's it for today.